morning, everybody. Today I just thought that I would do a little bit of vlogging. I'm on my way to work. The kids had a 2-hour delay today at school because apparently it snowed a little bit last night and the roads got a little bit icy. So I'm going in late today. But anyway, I started working in the office last week, last Wednesday, and I did pretty good. Not overly tired or anything, so I'm glad to be back in the swing of things. Right now I'm just trying to get my my routine and my schedule back to the way it was. You know, before I got my cancer, I was working out 5-6 days a week, and I had lost 80 pounds, and I felt good about myself. I had all kinds of energy. And then when I had to start doing my treatment and everything for about a year, I didn't do anything. And last summer I started, I joined the Y to try and get back into exercising and stuff like that. And I started a little bit of weight training. I like doing the weights and everything, so I ended up joining the program that I was in at the Y. Was actually a free program for cancer patients that were done or trying to like get their bodies back to being healthy again. It was like a 8 or 12 week program. I can't really remember, but anyway, after that was over with, I decided that I wanted to join. So my sister joined with me, and we have been going on Tuesdays and Thursday nights since last summer, up until I had my last surgery. And I just still have not been able to get back into it. One of the things that's so hard for me when it comes to trying to lose weight or say live a healthier lifestyle is that once I get to the point where I have made it a habit and a permanent lifestyle change, I do well with it because it's something that is part of my daily life and living. And unless I stop doing it for any length of time, I don't really not want to do it. I look forward to working out. When I'm stressed out, I want to work out. I like, you know, I don't have problems eating healthier. It's easy to me. But that easy part don't come until you form that habit. And it's forming the habit and getting your body and your mindset right that's very, very, very hard. If you can tackle that, then you know, anything else that comes later is not as bad. And anytime that I've ever done this in my life, and I've done it about 3 times, I always tell myself, you know, I'm not gonna ever stop, because if I stop, it will take me forever to get back on. And you know, the first time I did it, it took me years, and I mean years, to get myself in the right mindset to do this again. And then when I finally did, you know, I was doing well. I had I had done this for over a year, and everything was going good, and that's when I was diagnosed with cancer. And so I'm not trying to make up excuses for myself, but when you're going through cancer treatment, you just can't. You just cannot work out like you did, and you can't always eat as well as you want to. And you know, all it takes is something to knock you down, and then you're right back where you were. And it's just so hard. Like I said, I've been trying since last summer to get myself back into, you know, this lifestyle, and I haven't been able to. You know, I'll do little things, but I won't fully commit. You know, I work out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I don't do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't know. It's like, you know, I'll say I'm not eating as much, but I'm not eating the kinds of foods I should eat. So, you know, that's my goal for this year. I really, truly want to get myself back together. Like I said, when I had this past surgery, I was put out for about 6 weeks, and now I'm having a hard time wanting to go back to the gym. So I'm supposed to do that with her tonight. I'm starting back at the Y. I did do a little bit of step aerobics last night, and boy, am I out of shape. I got through 5 minutes of an 18-minute step aerobics class, and I thought I was going to die. Of course, I was doing this at home on YouTube, and the lady that I watch, her name is Jenny Ford. If you are into doing that type of thing, you need to check her out. She is really, really good. But she's got all kinds of varieties of different types of videos. Some of them are longer than others. When I first started doing my exercising and step aerobics, I was doing I had gotten myself up to like the 45-minute step videos. And last night I thought, well, I'll pick a little 15, 18-minute video, so it won't be quite so bad. It'd like to kill me. I felt like I had like 50 pounds in each leg. I couldn't hardly lift them up. And so, anyway, my goal, like everybody else's, is to be fit and healthy, but I've just got to make myself do it, because I realize that the only way you're ever going to form these new habits, and the only way that you're going to get to the place where you don't dread working out and you actually look forward to it and it becomes part of who you are, is you got to get over that hurdle. And that hurdle is only going to be achieved by forcing yourself every day to do what you don't want to do. And I'm not saying if you feel bad, do things when you feel bad, because of course, we all have days where we just can't, But most of the time we put off exercise, and it's just excuses. We don't feel like it. Oh, it's cold outside. I've got too much to do. I can't do it, whatever. And so I'm going to really try hard to commit to doing something. And if there's days that are so slam-packed and hectic that I just feel like I can't squeeze hardly anything in, I'm going to at least get 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, that's better than nothing. And, one of the things that I think helped me before when I lost weight, and everybody's different. That's why I'm not very good with, doing this with a partner, because I feel like that what might work for them doesn't necessarily work for me, and vice versa. But I have, most of my problem times is at night after supper. I tend to want to, that's what I consider my relaxing time. And so if I sit down to watch TV, or, I lay in bed and decide I want to watch, YouTube or Netflix or whatever before I go to sleep, I tend to get up and get snacks and munch the whole time. And before, when I started working out, I had decided that I was going to work out after supper. And that might sound strange to some people, but I can't work out on an empty stomach. I can't work out first thing in the morning. I'm not a morning person. When I get off of work, I'm usually pretty hungry, so it's like I can't go to a gym. I can't eat a protein bar, and go to the gym and work out. I mean, I do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm not really, I'm doing weights. I'm not really like doing cardio. So, but I do usually eat a snack before then. But I would eat my supper, and then the time that I was cleaning up from supper and straightening up the house, switching over laundry or whatever, my supper, what I ate was settling. And then I would go work out. And that worked for me, because that was the time that I usually was laying around watching TV feeding my face. And so I just replaced that laying around feeding my face time with exercise time. And so, not only was I not eating additional calories I did not need, I was burning calories, and I was speeding up my metabolism. And so at the end of the day, when most people's metabolism is slowing down, I was getting mine revved up. And, after I worked out and took a shower, brushed my teeth, got ready for bed, it was time for bed. And if you just go to bed, you're good. And so, and that's the way I did it for a very long time. And so that's probably what I'm going to start doing again. And I know that I'm rambling on and on, and I apologize. I didn't plan on this vlog to be all about me working out and getting healthy, but things go one direction and then you just take off with it, or I do anyway. But I did lose 80 pounds prior to my cancer treatment. So if anybody has any questions about how I did that, leave them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to share all that with you, aside from just my exercise routine. But you just have to have your mindset right. And, you know, summer's coming up, and, you know, my boss has decided to take us to Mexico this year, and so I don't know, you know, it's like, I know I'm going to be wearing a bathing suit, you know, around people I work with, and, you know, I want to look good and feel good about myself. So when I feel good about myself, I enjoy myself more. This resort that we're going to has got a lot of excursions. So I know that I'm going to be doing a lot of activity, and when you're healthy and you feel better and you're leaner, you're just able to do more. And, you know, I just think about all the fun I missed out on all the years that I was overweight, the things I couldn't do. And, you know, I've been there. I've been overweight and miserable and hating summer, and, you know, I've been slender. And so I know, and, you know, one of the things that I try and tell myself is nothing feels as good, or nothing tastes as good, it says as being skinny feels, but I like to change that skinny to healthy, because, you know, skinny was a term that we always used when I was in high school, but it really isn't a good term. You know, our goal should be to be healthy, and so it's true, nothing tastes as good as being healthy feels. And I try and tell myself that every time I want to overindulge, because the temporary satisfaction you get from something you shouldn't be overeating or indulging in is nothing compared to the long-term satisfaction you get of being able to be active and, you know, participate with children. I didn't really start losing weight until my kids were, I don't know, I guess 9, 10, around that age. And so for since they were born up until that point, I don't feel like I was ever able to be actively involved as far as like playing with my kids. You know, I couldn't get down on the floor and play with them. You know, I couldn't go outside and, you know, I was a spectator. I would sit and watch them play. I didn't want to participate playing, you know, with them. And whereas, you know, once I had lost that weight, I jumped on the trampoline with them. I hadn't jumped on a trampoline ever in my whole life. And I got on a water slide with my kids that summer. And it was the first time I had been on a water slide since I was probably in middle school or high school. I don't remember going in high school, but, you know, and I rode them with my kids, and they loved it. I mean, they would fight. If it was a 2-person ride, they would fight over who was going to ride with Mama. You know, and it made me sad, because I thought about all the times I could have been doing that when they were littler, and, you know, they missed out on that because of my temporary satisfactions. And so if you've got kids, if you don't have kids, you need to be healthy, but especially if you do, let that be your motivation, because you'll never get that time back. And my kids are at an age now where they're starting to become, they're teenagers, and they don't want you as involved in their life. You know, they still want to do things with me, and, you know, they'll still ride on a water slide with me and a roller coaster, but it's just not the same. And so do whatever you can do to cherish your children, to be with your children, to play with your kids. If your health and your weight is holding you back from doing that, I know sometimes there's situations where people can't control things, and I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about people who are overweight or unhealthy, and it is something you can do about it. It's just, I know it's hard. I know it is hard. I have been there. I have done that. But you can do it. You can do it. And if you have that anchor, you know, you need to pick something. If it's not your kids, if it's not, you know, whatever it is, find something that is your motivator. If it's sitting at home every weekend watching all your friends, or listening to all your friends talk about what they're going to do on the weekend, and you can't because you feel like you don't like the way you look, or you don't, you know, wouldn't be able to do certain things, let that be your motivator. sorry about all this rambling on. I know I've been there, and if there's something I can do to help somebody else out, I'd like to do that. But I'm getting ready to be at work, and so I'm going to wrap this up. And like I said, I apologize that my vlog turned into a rambling on about my weight loss and all that good stuff. Sometimes we just need to get stuff off our minds, off our chest. And, we don't always have people presently in our lives to just talk to about stuff like this. Sometimes you do, but it just, the moments aren't there. And a lot of times when we're alone in our thoughts, we do our best thinking. And although all of you are watching, I'm alone in my car right now. So I appreciate all the people who have subscribed to my channel, who watch me. Every time I get a notification saying I got a new subscriber, it just brings me happiness, because I never thought that when I started this back in December that I would get anybody to subscribe to me. And I'm hoping that I'm putting stuff out there that you want to see. Like I said in prior videos, I want to get better at this, and I know the more I do it, the better at it I'll get, because I will learn more, and hopefully at some point get better equipment, because that is one of the things I feel like that holds me back is not having the lighting that I need, for one. And I have another issue where when it comes to music, I want to add music to my videos, and I feel like I'm kind of limited on what I can do with my equipment, because I don't have the programs and stuff that I need. But it'll get better, and I appreciate all of you out there who have subscribed to me and are hanging in there with me. And despite the 2-hour delay and a little bit of snow on the ground, it is absolutely a gorgeous day. I wish I had this kind of lighting in my house when I'm doing all these other videos, because this is perfect. Natural light is just perfect. But I have a dark house. So, I don't know, I might end up doing more videos in my car. Maybe not always vlogs. I did my Dollar Tree haul in my car the other day, and I thought that turned out pretty good. So, maybe I'll start doing at least my Dollar Trees in my car. I can't do my DIYs and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm getting ready to be at work, so I'm going to get off of here for now. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.